Hello everyone, Owen here from Gaming with the Cooler, and I am here to show off a game called The Dwarves. Now, this is a video game coming out from THQ Nordic, based on the book series of the same name, The Dwarves, written by, I believe it's Marcus Heights. Yeah, that's the one, because I actually have a copy of this book. Fantasy novel. I'm not going to spoil anything really out of it, but essentially it's the idea that dwarves are fighting against orcs and monsters, and it's very Tolkien-esque, but it's got its own kind of background and lore. So that's the slight short answer. Anyway, what we're actually doing here is playing the video game that has recently come out from THQ Nordic. They sent me a review copy, so full disclosure, I didn't buy it. They sent it to me to try it out and make this video. As those of you who are watching this know, that doesn't really mean much as far as me liking it or not, because I'm just going to tell you how I feel about things. So one thing I've done is I actually had to turn down the volume a bit, because it's fucking crazy loud. I mean, it sounds good, and like, you'll see. I've started it up and tried a little bit. I might switch back and forth between using a controller and using my keyboard. I'm kind of on the fence about which one I like more. But either way, let's get into it. What is nice, though, is that it does have controller support. And I've been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous.
Against orcs, ogres, and all the other beasts of Tion. We are the guardians of Gurgle. We are the children of the divine smith. We are the dwarves.
There you go. That's your intro. Go be dwarves now. Do dwarf things. Imagine being a dwarf. Do all of the dwarf. Click that again. We can move. There we go. Select leap with the left D-pad. A button to complete it. Hooah! There we go. Alright, so this is how the game basically functions. You've got a isometric-esque. It turns into feeling a lot. Well, like I said, I haven't played very much, so I'm gonna just start going at it. X button to pause. Let's just swing the axe a few times. Kill me some orc scum. Oh, there's a lot. But dwarves are just better, so I'm not really that worried. It basically appears, though, that you just attack automatically. Like, all I need to do, really, is put myself next to the enemy, and he'll just keep swinging. Alright, let's get back a bit back into the main group of dwarves here. Bam! Axe him down. You do a lot of bonus damage if you can hit them while they're knocked down or when they're stunned. Let's try out a few of these abilities, shall we? So this is the charge. That's what it's called. It does exactly what you think it would do. And then, of course, there's the leap that I used earlier. And we'll use that again because I'm nearly dead. Come on, get back in there. I'm going to switch back to using the regular swing. Press the A button when the symbol appears. I'm going to pick up some grenades. Come on. The camera is a little annoying on the controller here. I had no problem when I was using the keyboard earlier. So I might, like I said, switch back. I have little action points, and they seem to be based on basically killing. Because you'll notice as I kill more, I get my action points back, like, immediately. Looks nice, though. Got nice little animations, little blood splatters. But we have held the gate.
My king, what are you doing here?
Giselbert I, the father of the Fifth Wind clan, has not been on the front line of battle against the creatures of Tion for many cycles. The king surveys the battlefield and defenders with a grave expression.
We are too few.
This you know as well as he does. But there will be no reinforcements arriving. Hundreds of brave warriors lie inside the fortress dying. The illness is running rampant. It brings weakness and death.
Stay at your posts. Be as steadfast as the granite of which we are made. Nothing can break us. Vrakas is with us.
That's an oddly placed corpse. Alright.
On my way.
Oh, I love it when you get the king. He's great. Look at that hammer. Now you can switch back and forth between the other characters. I like that knocking enemies off of the edge is just a legitimate strategy. Alright, come on now. We're just going to try and knock this guy off. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, there goes that dwarf. When your king is an asshole and just throws you off of the, I think I just threw my teammate off. I killed myself. That's funny. Oops. Well, there you go, guys. I lost in the intro mission. Guess I gotta get good. Woo! Switch to grenades. Bam! Clearing the bridge. Here, you can have some too. Oh, I see, it heals. That's cool. Down he goes. Can I just hold this? I can. Excellent. That's great. Get out of my way! I do have a limit on how many of those bombs I have, it appears. I'm like afraid to use my swings now because I might kill myself. But where's the fun in that? I bet you that's a good way to little combo between those two guys. This guy's little sweep is very small, but it seems to do like a ton of damage. So you basically slam them all into the one side, and then let him hit them while they're like that. I know you can pause and issue your orders, but I don't have any action points, so there's not that much that I can do. I'm not clear if I'm hurting my allies. Like, I see the number pop up. Either way, we gotta kill these catapults. There's one down. Can the king just hammer sweep the other one? Oh, he can clear the path to it. Come on, just focus the catapult. See, his does a lot of pushback, but this guy's Glandolin does way more damage. That's right. I also forgot I have my slam down.
These are the ones who attacked us in the tunnels. We suffered great losses beating them back.
fury, the old king radiates a ferocious power that none of Citalia's children could withstand. But the slight, widowy being sitting astride the shadow mare just grins down, mockingly.
You are mistaken. We are Alpha. We are here to destroy the elves.
All peace-loving beings here in Girdlegard are under our protection, and you cannot open the gate that has barred your path into Girdlegard since the creation of the world.
Not us, but perhaps one of your kind.
This cannot be. Silence, you fool! Vrakas, forgive me for what I am about to do.
Quickly, in formation! You must hold them back until I close the gate!
That dwarf starts chanting dope in the gate locks. It's magic and such. That's what actually happens there. I don't know if that was clear enough for you guys, but as a person who, like I said, I have read the book. And one thing that I found weird is I might have misunderstood it, but from what I thought was that the elves had like golden hair. Like it's clearly a dark elf, right? Like we can all see that it is a dark elf. They're bad elves. That's how it is. But I thought that they were whatchamacallit, like blonde-haired. Anyway, not a big deal. That might be just me misunderstanding how it was in the book. And it has been quite a while since I've read it. The advantage of working at bookstores, right? Get access to like all kinds of stuff. Killing, like, I love how useless orcs are. I'm taking a ton of damage though. Oh, gate's closing. Mission accomplished. Let's go push. Push hard. Push hard. I don't want to die though. Oh, we made it. I don't even feel bad. He deserved it. Stop looking backwards.
Look at me. I am Syntheras, the Reaper of your death. I will take your life, and the land will take your soul.
Get out of my sight, pointy ears, and let me delight at the closed gate a little longer.
The gate may have closed, but when you rise again from the dead by the power
A
of
little bit of clipping on the neck there.
you will be one of us.
But what can you do?
And you will open it.
Never. My soul belongs to Vrakas.
No. Your soul now belongs to the land, and henceforth you will belong to it forever. Now die, and return. Then hand us Girdlegard.
Push enemies into chasm or fire and look out for level-specific opportunities. Dang.
You're a perfectionist, Tungdil Bolafar.
I've got a reputation to uphold. If you can't rely on the metalwork of a dwarf, what can you rely on?
You look dreadful.
Dreadful.
What a charmer.
The maid gives you an ironic, reprimanding scowl.
Ikana has been crying half the night.
When you were teething, I carried you around the vaults. You played with my beard and I sang you to sleep.
Frala smiles. She's heard this story many times before.
Is it really the same though if the dwarf women don't have beards?
I'm quite sure you didn't sing.
If what you've read about the dwarven lifespan is true, it'll be another 300 sun cycles and more before you're called to the eternal forge. The certainty of one day having to witness Frala's death already burdens your heart.
Oh,
What do I do for you?
For me, nothing.
maybe she's human.
He wants to see you in his
I don't
cell.
remember.
In your mind, you go through all the recent incidents that might have annoyed the Magus. Apart from a few little squabbles with his family, nothing worth mentioning happened since the incident with your beard. Not
Okay. Better not keep the Magus waiting.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay.
There's goulash for dinner.
Add it to the party. Add it to the inventory. And we're off.
Hey, groundling, come to the kitchen, we need you.
Jolison, a fourth-degree famulus and your favourite foe among the students of magic, gives you a disparaging glance and disappears without waiting for your reply.
Oh, humans. Always the scum of the fantasy world.
Quick! Or the goulash will get burnt!
You immediately recognise what the problem is. A chain running over a pulley for positioning the cauldron is detached from its mounting and the cauldron stuck in the fireplace. It's a heavy load and none of the famuli, who feel superior even during kitchen duty, dare do anything. They might burn their fingers or even get a bit dirty. Vegetables, bread, cheese.
It'll be a waste of goulash. I'm hungry. Here, hold this.
With as much concern in your voice as you can muster, you say,
Oh, no, this doesn't look good.
you're pleased to notice he's dripping with sweat.
I assume they mean him.
I'll get you back for this, groundling. You damn freak.
For a moment you hope the famulus really does raise his hand to you. But then he comes to his senses and leaves the kitchen, his face bright red.
What a pair you are!
All the epic music's gone. 50 experience earned. I think his boots are filled with water.
Of the 200 or so people selected to learn the art of magic under Logionan, there's barely a handful of them you can stand the sight of. You're not at all interested in magic in all its elusiveness and whimsy.
Your realm is the forge. Yeah, no one wants to be a dwarf wizard. Heroes can be injured each day in the world. One injury, something, something. Attack enemies lying on the ground. You usually kill them with your next strike. Yeah, there you go. Catching your enemy flat-footed gives you a case of the deads.
Master Yonan, Father told me you wish to speak with me.
Ah, Tungdil, come in. There is a bag over there in the cupboard. Take it out, please. It contains artifacts belonging to my former famulus Goren. I wish to return them to him. He's in Black Saddle, 300 miles away.
300 miles? That's a long journey. Who are you going to entrust with this?
I was thinking of you.
Me?
There is no one better to take on this journey. You have acquired much knowledge. You are almost a scholar. You know more than most famuli about Girdlegard and its inhabitants. It is time for you to go out into the world and see it with your own eyes.
With pleasure.
Yeah, call to adventure.
What's in the bag?
Magical devices. You better leave the bag closed if you want to avoid any accidents. Dwarves don't really like magic, and magic doesn't like you either.
Rakus gave us so much craftsmanship that there's no space left in our bodies for magic.
Strictly speaking, every time you've been too close to magic, it has ended in catastrophe.
The unblinking stares are starting to throw me off. Like, I only realized it when I was looking at... wow, my brain's melting right now. This dwarf. Let's just get going. Oh, there it is. Okay, he blinked.
Look after the bag and don't lose it. May Palandio be with you. And Varakas too, of course.
I'll set off immediately. I'll see you soon, Lord Yonan.
I'm going on an adventure. I haven't played like an adventure RPG game in a long time. I mean, unless you want to count like Mordheim as an adventure RPG, which you could. I mean, I can understand where that's coming from. Current food stock and consumption. day of your adventure. Gold. I wanna get past the intro. Pilfer some food. Well, we're going on an adventure, so let's get all the food we need. Oh, there's people standing right there. I'm taking the food.
Do you want something? Did a horse bolt while you were trying to shoe it? It's certainly not on our plates.
Okay. I didn't even like catch that guy was standing right there. I suppose I could zoom in, you know, like pay attention. Do we just leave? Is there stuff in my workshop that I should probably get? I feel like I probably should. What do we got in here? Look at the forge. Look at the gate. Look at the leather cloth. Look at the horses. Look at the altar. No, doesn't appear to be. Okay. 300 miles. If you walked 30 miles a day, which is not unreasonable, it would still take you a good couple weeks to get there and then back again. Oop.
You're about to dive headlong into your adventure, but then stop yourself.
A journey over 300 miles without provisions and a weapon. Shouldn't forget to think in all my excitement.
Okay. I suppose I am going to need more than 4 days food. Probably more like 30. Then it gives me enough for any accidents that may come up. Talk to Frala.
Hello, Frala.
Hmm?
I need
provisions for 300 miles.
You're grinning from ear to ear. Finally, you've got the chance to see something of the world.
300? Tunda, that's no errand. That's an epic journey. Wait, I've got just the right thing. But make sure the cook doesn't see.
I'm going to Black Saddle to return a few things to a former apprentice in Amagus.
You pocket the rye bread, sausages, and ham. Enough food for the first few days of your journey.
Do I have a present for her? I'm going to assume I
You
do.
take out a symbol of protection that you've carefully made from 3 horseshoe nails.
It's not the finest jewellery in Girdlegard.
Or at all.
One look at Frala's face makes it clear that it doesn't matter. She glows with happiness as she takes the pendant.
For me? But why?
Because you don't see me as an oddity and you're like a little sister to me.
You could have said, but you settle with a shrug and a crooked smile.
Really excited to meet dwarves, but we're not going to do that.
I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Oh.
I wish you the blessing of Palandial and Vracus to protect you from all danger in your journey. Here, a talisman. Whenever you look at it, think of me.
Frala winks at you mischievously.
And of getting me a nice present.
So I assume that, like, the weapon... Oh, now I have 19 days. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, my weapons
There
are...
are apparently dwarves who have never seen the sky. And you too feel more comfortable when you have rock over your head. If only you didn't long to see more of the world, a longing that grows stronger with every year.
Well, I don't have a weapon. But we'll just assume that that's okay.
All the fantastic adventures that await you on your journey.
Okay. So I need a weapon. Travel with the rucksack. Scarf, magic items, some food, and some gold. Blacksmith's Blow, and Stubborn.
Might be back in time for Sunny's birthday.
Okay, that's not weapons.
This is where you swung the forge hammer for the first time 30 cycles ago. No one taught you the craft. It was enough for you to watch Lot Yonan's old smith at work. Whenever the workshop was empty, you practiced and quickly mastered the craft with ease. There was a time when you could hardly lift the heavy hammer. Now you barely notice it anymore, and it feels like an extension of your arm. Smithing is in your blood.
Sounds like dwarves. Alright, alright. This is getting silly. Why is it this difficult to find where my weapon would be? I assumed it would be in there. Oh, stairs?
Lot Yonan's vaults are equipped with laboratories, a library, and private rooms for the family life. Together with the forge, the kitchen, and the other utility rooms, it makes up quite an impressive complex. But compared to the courts of the other magi, the seat of power in Yonandar is small and modest.
Some wizards just gotta have all the things. Welcome to the Dwarves. Operation Find the Weapon. Barrels of beer. This is all the foodstuffs. Cradle. Let's just look at all the things.
I am your godfather, Little. I'll look after you, just like I looked after your mother.
Little Akana grasps your calloused finger and smiles at you wide-eyed.
Hey, what are you doing, Crumbling? We're still eating here. Why don't you go get your own portion?
Because I want yours, damn it. Give me all of the things.
It would be better to leave Lot Yonan to his work.
Okay, so that's not where we're going. Oh, bookcase. What do you got before me, bookcase?
Lot Yonan didn't just take you in. He also taught you how to read and write.
Okay, that wasn't what we wanted either. It's my inventory. It's not like I already have a weapon and can equip it. Oh, here we go. Altar to Vrachis.
I wonder if dwarves ask Vrachis for help on long journeys.
The figure on the homemade altar doesn't answer.
Would that it did. Oh, we did it. It's axe o'clock. Well, there you go. RPG 101. Push all of the things. I suppose that should have been pretty easy. But I'm bad at video games. Oh, that's cool. So you're actually gonna have to, like, Dragon Age type build relationships between people. Oh, he's gonna die now.
How nice to see you again, Lot Yonan. It must have been an age since we last met face to face.
It could be longer.
Welcome. Please, sit down.
No, thank you, my friend. These are urgent matters, and I don't have much time. You must come to Leos Newton immediately. The perished land is stirring.
Are you sure? What makes you think that?
I found out about 60 orbits ago, during a visit to the borders. Our magical barriers have weakened and become porous. The Elfar have left their land, and a huge horde of orcs have marched into Girdlegard.
Were you able to strengthen the spell with your magic?
No, I can't repair the damage alone. We need the combined power of the 6. The other 4 are already on their way here, but we need your help too.
I will set off for Parista without delay.
Oh, and as you're coming, could you also take the opportunity to bring back the things that I lent to you?
Of course. I have them already packed in a bag.
Look at the jowls on this guy.
We'll be expecting you.
Good old-fashioned loading times.
Utterly blinded by the sunlight, you squeeze your eyes tightly shut after only a few steps. The time spent underground has made you so sensitive to light that you're forced to seek shelter in the shade of a mighty oak.
I can only tilt the camera. I can't go left and right. I mean, clearly I'm supposed to go here.
You reach a small lake by a birchwood. Your feet hurt and your eyes still sting in the unaccustomed sunlight. But a smile...
Oh, there we go. I'll just switch to the controller because it's easier to control.
You've covered a decent distance
Oh my.
on the first day of your big journey. You pitch your camp and lie down to sleep on the hard forest floor. When you awake in the morning, your legs are stiff and achy. Trying not to feel sorry for yourself, you throw your rucksack over your shoulder. You're a dwarf, and dwarves don't complain.
The firstlings. This is a huge map. It does look like we're going to be more limited in it. But they've definitely recreated it. Alright, back we go. This is probably our goal. Yep, Black Saddle. And right off the get-go, I get to go alternate directions.
Around midday, with the sun high in the sky and the first beads of sweat appearing on your forehead, you see something move next to the road, a few hundred meters ahead. The creaking leather armor, the clattering rucksack, and a dwarf's inability to be quiet makes the crows flap around as you move from one bush to another. You give up trying to be stealthy, stand up straight, and see 2 human bodies in the flattened grass.
Oh. It's event time. Come on, RNGesus. Keep it together. Don't kill me.
You don't see any signs of a struggle in the area where the corpses are lying. Were they stabbed by a companion? A stranger could hardly have crept up on them with such sparse cover.
I just want to loot the bodies.
A slender man lies in front of you, dressed in an expensive robe. It is in the colours of Turgur the Fair-Faced, one of the 6 magi. The dead man must be one of Turgur's famuli. You don't see any wounds.
Wait, was that turn over? Yep.
I've ruckus.
There are some narrow stab wounds in the man's chest. The cuts are too big to have been made by arrows, but too small for sword wounds.
So daggers?
You look down on a tall, broadly built man. He's wearing dark brown leather armor that is strengthened with iron plates. There's a sword lying next to him. Was he trying to defend himself against something or someone?
It's taking this pretty well.
Incisions. It's clear that both men were killed by the same weapon. But what that weapon might be, you cannot say.
Let's just continue going. Oh, there we go.
A rucksack that probably belonged to one of the dead. It seems to have been searched and then thrown away carelessly. You find a few implements, some provisions, and a map. A route is drawn on it from Parista, Nudin's capital, to Lokyonen's vaults.
Does this mean that Turger the Fair-Faced is in Parista and wanted to send Lokyonen a message? And if so, why didn't he use magic? Did he want to contact him without anyone noticing? Why all this secrecy?
Dun dun dun. The mystery develops. Take the box. Take it. Let's take the bag. Loot the bodies. Come on. This is how we play D&D. You find the thing, and you steal them all.
Nothing again.
You halt. There is something.
Another rucksack.
Dun dun dun.
You open the rucksack and recognize that someone has already rummaged through it.
Gold and a talisman.
Implements and writing utensils. You find a pouch full of gold and a talisman. The gold is proof that this is not a case of robbery.
I want to take both. Can I take both? Oh, I can.
And a feeling of security flush through your body as you touch the talisman. You feel safer just holding it in your hand.
I'm taking you with me.
You gotta push all the buttons. And apparently this game is really gonna reward you / punish you for doing it. Because I totally could have missed that. Like, there was no reason I would have just not been like...
area once more and ask yourself what to do next.
Oh. Bury the dead and continue on my journey? Let's do that. That seems like the appropriate thing to do.
It's time-consuming and strenuous work digging shallow graves in the ground with a stick and covering the corpses with a few stones. But it should at least keep the crows from their feasting for a while. You continue on your way so as to put a few more miles between you...
No event, eh? Farmstead? Do we avoid the farmsteads? We have to go to this village otherwise. We go to both.
As the gable end of a small farmhouse and a barn appear from behind a hilltop, you hear the loud cries of children at play. A girl runs along the path laughing, followed by a small boy with a big stick in his hand. The boy is trying to catch up his sister with a determined look on his face, but is finding it difficult to keep his short legs under control on the uneven path. The boy trips and falls to the ground with a bump. Before the girl can reach him to help, he picks himself up and grabs the stick to continue the chase. In doing so, he catches a glimpse of you, and his eyes grow wide. All he manages to say is, "There," as he points towards you with a chubby little finger. Now the girl has turned to face you too. Before you can say a word, she lifts her little brother up into her arms and runs screaming towards the farmhouse.
Probably best to just continue.
You don't wish to scare the children further, so you continue on your journey.
I kind of do wish to, but... Ooh, what's this? Something else is on the move. A dwarf merchant.
You see a flickering light through the trees some way from the path. It might come from a campfire.
Dwarves can't sneak.
Walk towards
Lesson
the
learned.
fire with confident strides until you finally make out 3 broad-shouldered men with axes. 2 rabbits are sizzling over the fire. The men are joking with one another, but you can only understand the odd word. They haven't noticed you yet.
I don't understand the language, so let's just continue.
For about a mile. You reach the banks of the Warder and can see Axeldale on the other side, but there isn't a bridge for far and wide. The fishermen's boats glide over the water, which sparkles in the sun. None of the men seem to notice you while they throw out their net. You call to the nearest fisherman. He looks across at you briefly before turning away. You look at the cold, dark water. The current seems so strong that they could carry off even the most experienced of swimmers. And you aren't even a mediocre one.
I see that there's no crossing as I'm looking at the map here.
Elria, the goddess of water, did not like the children of the forge and cursed the dwarves, so that they would drown in any waters beyond their kingdoms. The main reason that dwarves avoid water to this day. You leave the peaceful banks of the river behind you and continue.
Well, we have to go to Goodwater, it looks like, to cross the river.
On a large village on the banks of the Warder. Some of the village is built on stilts in the river. A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack. The guards on the palisade are watching you. Their armor is well cared for and well made. The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
So I'm getting a feeling that this is what the game is going to be like. Kind of like instant adventuring with an overworld map. Clearly I'm going to recruit more friends as we go along and complete quests as we do. That's funny. Oh, I've noticed I've lost a lot of my rations. That's interesting. I also generate light, which is probably even more interesting. I don't know, this game seems pretty good. I would keep playing it. I mean, I also want to play it just because, like I said, I've read the book, and there's that level of interest. But let's see if we can get to party management, and then we'll call it for this little let's play, as it were. I could do that all day.
The stakes look a bit different here. You want to look a little closer, but the guard on the other side is vigilant.
Get lost!
The stakes.
Okay. I died. I was defeated. Okay. Well, that's funny. I didn't think they would let me just walk right off the edge. Lesson learned. Don't walk off edges in this game. There's no invisible wall to save you now. I suppose I killed one of my teammates in the intro too, didn't I? Oh wow, I have to go all the way back to here. Alright, well, you know what then? In that case, I'm just going to call it for tonight. And I will see you all next time. We'll play some more of this Dwarves game, though. As you can see, there's quite a lot of little dots that I'm going to have to go and adventure in. I haven't even recruited anyone into my party yet, and obviously that's going to happen. The whole game is basically designed around it. I know you can get up to 4 people in your party. I'm going to put some links down below if you want to take a look at the game on Steam page or their Facebook page, along with some other things that you might want to look at. So take a look down below. That'll have information about the game. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But for now, it's not bad. Looks good. The graphics are solid for an adventure game. Gameplay seems pretty solid. Obviously, as you get more teammates together, you're going to be able to interact with all of the environments. You noticed how when I was fighting on the bridge there, one of the big things was that I could throw people off, up to and including my teammates. I can clearly see how that's going to get brought in with more people involved in it. Other than that, I mean, I like the audio. I'm just going to get quiet so you can listen to it for a bit. I guess the one thing that I didn't ever check, and I didn't show off, was any kind of settings, because I know that's a thing that like Total Biscuit does. So I like the difficulty being able to change. How high can we go? Oh, that's just it. Hard, medium, and easy. Quality's fantastic, so this is as good as the graphics get, I assume. Yep. Fantastic, beautiful, good, simple, fast, fastest. Playing in the big graphics. Subtitles, English. Ooh, do they have other spoken language? They do. Interesting. Speaks German. Lots of subtitles. Wow. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna save it because you can't trust the autosave, it seems. And let's just call this Dwarves Let's Play 1. So far, it's looking like there's going to be some branching paths, if nothing else than just because of how I've been going about it. But I'm not certain if that's how that's going to go down. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you next time as we play some more of the Dwarves. It'll likely be a few days from now. Now, this game does not come out until December 1st, so you will have to wait a little bit before you can start playing it yourself. But until then, Game with the Cooler, this is Owen, and I will see you next time.